Hi everyone, this is Roman, Amazon seller, promoter of a proper Amazon network processor. In this video I would like to show you some updates that we implemented in our beautiful and magnificent platform. First of all that I want to show you is payment calendar. So if you operate a business, you most likely have a payment calendar of who and when and how much to pay. And the old-fashioned way, like Excel way, is too mundane and too dull and too difficult. So we have a payment calendar here, and now you can kind of drag and drop the payments to whatever day you aiming at. And most importantly, like they automatically showing you if the payment is like overdue or if the payment is scheduled. So for example, you see I just removed this payment from 17th of July to 10th of July, which was yesterday, and it immediately showed me, oh, it's overdue, you must have paid it before. So it's super handy when you're dealing with Amazon and the cash flow is kind of dependent on when you have your disbursement from Amazon. Most likely you will be facing the cash gap really often, so this payment calendar is super handy and super nice. And if you ever facing overdue, if you ever facing the problem when you like payment have been done should have been done like 2 days ago, you just simply drag and drop it to the next day, then unveil your bag of nice words to your supplier and to your counterparty and explaining that it's not you to blame, it's others people's fault. That usually happens. Another feature that we did, we actually implemented like the chart of the payment calendar within a week, within a month, and also you can see it daily, like how much you pay throughout the year, how much you're supposed to pay later, and how much is overall you paid, how much you're spending, and you can click and you can see like who is destined to pay and when to the which particular order. And we use it internally, it's super handy. Everybody in the team, especially like finance team guys, they're pretty much aware of when and how much we need to pay, so it goes super smoothly. Moreover, we can kind of go to the purchase order and upload all of the attachments that needed. Speaking of the attachments, I'm gonna sound like a broken record and tell you about the MCP server that we have here. So this body here with the brain of any particular platform model that you want, they actually can do this for you. You just fit the PDF file, Excel file, and whatever, and say like, okay, this is attachment to that particular order, for example 190, put it in a specific folder for me so that the team would know when and where to look. I'm a little bit confused of the speed of my internet because I'm in China, and in China everything works through VPN, so it's a little bit slow, but you got the logic. So this order contains a bunch of shipments, so you can feed to the AI bot here all of the entry summaries, all of the purchase orders, and all of the details that you have about the particular shipment, and ask him to do the job for you. Super handy, super useful, and yeah, we use it, we love it, so I encourage you to try it too. Another cool feature that we implemented is, let me show you on this particular ASIN, is that if you're dealing with a bunch of ASINs, and especially with across multiple countries, most of the time you can store your orders or your units in different places. You can save by doing that, you can save on delivery costs and storage costs, and protect yourself from going out of stock, because out of stock is super bad for your statistics, ranking, and everything. So for example, in our particular case here, order 190, oh, there you go, yeah, order 190, we have this ASIN, and we purchased 700 units, a little bit more than 700 units, but we now shipped only half of it, and the other half was sent to 3PL, to the third-party warehouse for future use, because the demand for this is not that fast, so we can wait on that. So we just can store this amount there, and we created this draft shipment that we later will ship to United States. You see this tentacle goes to United States, so yeah, so this unallocated unit will go to United States. Another way how we can see that in Propamp.ai, it's if we go to purchase order, to the main dashboard, let's filter out our order that we're looking for, this one, 190. And let's filter out the product that I'm trying to show you. This product. Yeah. So you see, we purchased. Oh, it's 180. Yeah, 190. Okay. So we purchased 736 units. Then AI told us to ship it to those countries to this particular quantities. But we have residual quantity, and residual quantity is currently sits in this warehouse, and later it will be used to ship to a particular marketplace. So back to the point that I was telling you is that here on the stock panel inventory, here stock panel, there are, so basically this is a snapshot of inventory that you have on a particular date, right? Makes sense. And the slope of this curve signifies how fast you're selling. For example, if I change this 5.55 units per day to 10, you see slope increases to 15, increases more, to 25, increases more. You got the logic. And the thing is that this pale green color, so by the way, there is a metrics that you can show. For example, let me untoggle everything that we have on Amazon. And this pale green signifies this quantity that we keep in the warehouse. And I told you that we already created the draft shipment of this particular ASIN, and we're going to take this later, take this unit later, take out from let's bring it back, take out this units later. So as of now, we schedule it to take them out from the warehouse in the end of September. And then you see this pale green candles are gone by 20th of September, and they go to Amazon, and then they're going to be shipped and sold from Amazon. So we are avoiding our out of stock pretty much by the end of the year. That's how it works. You might ask, okay, but what if I keep this inventory in China and in warehouse in China, and yet don't know where I'm gonna ship it to? Don't worry, buddy. Don't worry. So as of now, since we preparing this ASIN to ship to United States, it shows in United States. Yeah, my internet is a little bit slow, but it shows in the United States, meaning that this inventory would be taken from the third-party warehouse and will be added to the inventory of Amazon, and then the slope will predict your sales inventory depletion, throughout the time. And if we get up the prediction for a long haul, so we're heading the out of stock by the April somewhere next year. Of course, it's not going to be this way, because we'll be having sales. There will be Cyber Monday, Black Friday, Christmas sales, and all of that. And let me turn off AWD balance so it's not confused. You see? And back to my point, if we toggle, for example, another country like Canadian marketplace, it still shows that you have inventory, because this is inventory in China or in any other country, but you're gonna take this inventory to other marketplaces, you see, and that means that it doesn't belong to Canada anymore. It just shows you, this stock panel just show you exactly how much inventory you have. So if you click on the inventory here, it shows you how much you have on Amazon, how much you have on AWD, how much you have on 3PL, and how much you have total. And you see this particular ASIN that I was talking about, and currently we have this amount in 3PL. I'll show you Canada, but let's click on all marketplaces. How much we have across the globe, because we sell everywhere, because we are everywhere. Yeah, you see currently we have about 600, about 150 now AWD. AWD is Amazon Warehouse Distribution Center. It's kind of a new program of Amazon. In order not to ship directly to Amazon Fulfillment Center, they allow you to ship you in bulk to their facility, and then they deplete this facility to Amazon Fulfillment Centers directly. I don't know why I'm explaining you that. You should know that. If you don't, just go and educate yourself. Read some literature, okay? And 3PL stock. This is currently what you have on your warehouses, whatever it might be, wherever it might be. Okay, so we have this total amount of stock. I might speaking too fast, but everything that I say makes sense. So if you don't understand anything, just rewatch it. Just rewatch it, okay? You'll get it. You'll get it. Another cool feature, little tweak, that now you can either zoom all of your performance or just drag all of these tentacles and to see like how you perform. Super handy, nice little touch that kind of help you appreciate your performance across whatever time frame you choose. Another thing that I want to tell you is that this MCP server can be linked to any of your particular model that you have, or any subscription, whether it's like Anthropic, OpenAI, Gemini, whatever. You just hit your API key and you can use your own subscription within your app, would it be like Codex or whatnot, in order not to use these tokens they're gonna charge here. Yeah, you can see how many tokens we use. I personally use not much, but if you have your subscription, why pay twice, right? And the last thing that I want to show you while we're currently working is that the problem with this models and this MCP servers and this particular no, the one tiny issue with this thing is that when you make your prompt, the model consumes a lot of tokens to understand what you're actually asking about, because there are like a bunch of GET requests to the API to Amazon, and there are many tokens wasted. So currently what we're doing is like creating the agent for particular workflow within your store, would it be like supply chain, Amazon PPC, seller support, or customer support, or whatnot. So in that case, when you bring your request to the main agent, he would understand which agent to ask, so you save a lot of money and a lot of tokens and be more efficient, right? Because at the end of the day, that's what we are, that's why we're here. Okay, this is the short video of, yeah, I'm losing my internet. Thank you so much. In the link there is a free onboarding to the Propamp.ai. You can link your Amazon store and roast this AI helpers however you see fit. I would gladly to see the feedback. Thank you so much. Have a good one. Bye.